ladies. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. All right, guys, today is Tuesday, January the 17th, 2023. Let's jump right into it on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, gosh, I'm going to give this one a 6. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6. It's a good episode. It's just that at this point, it's the same thing over and over again, and it's just going to be more the same this week. So we see Katie is pleading her case with Bill. She's begging him, tears in eyes. She's begging him, please don't do this. Please kick Sheila out. Please let her go. She's trying to get some kind of emotion out of him. She's telling him, like, do you remember um, Will and how we raised, how we had movie night and, all of these different things. She's trying to get him to feel something, remember something, how the family was. And Bill is just really standing there. He's standing there. He's not saying anything. He's looking shameful as he stands there. Nothing Katie is saying is really like jolting him out of this trance that Sheila has him in. And Sheila and Katie start going back and forth because Sheila says, you had a good man. But now, listen, I know y'all don't like Sheila, but I did agree with her on this. Whether Bill did Katie wrong or not, she doesn't want to be with him anymore. So you don't really have the right to tell somebody, you need to get out there. You can't say, well, I know I'm not going to be with you, but you can't date this person. Now, I do agree with that. Do you want him dating somebody like Sheila Carter? No, but I understand where Katie's coming from, but I also understand what Sheila is saying when she's like, you can't tell him not to date me. Like, you don't want him. So he wants to be with somebody, and here I am telling him, I'll be everything he needs. So Katie says, you can't tell me that. And Sheila says, he will never let you be around Will because he knows how dangerous you are. And she said, Bill, you're gonna have to explain this to Will. He's heard things about her. And she says, Will learn about me, like the real me. And that's when Katie was like, I will die before you be around Will. Like, do you hear me? I will die. And so and she was like, Will is in boarding school, ma'am, and you've left Bill a long time. So what's the problem here? And so Katie again pleads with Bill to say something, do something, kick Sheila out. And Sheila just says, listen, okay, fine. Bill, you say the word and I will leave. You can kick me out. I will go. And Bill is like, he's crying, like little tears are coming down. And he says, Katie, I want you to leave. And Katie is like, what? And she says, you don't mean that, Bill. You don't mean that. And he was like, you need to leave. And she was saying, you heard him. You heard him. You need to go, girl. He said what he had to say. That's what you was waiting on. He chose. And you were not the one that got chose. So go ahead and leave. And so Bill is like, he's turned his head away. He's looking shameful. Katie leaves, and then Sheila cups Bill's face and she said, I know that was difficult, but I've never felt more loved and more seen and more beautiful and yada yada yada. Thank you. And so they hug, and Sheila's all, oh God, thank you. And Bill is crying. And I said, well, Bill, what are you doing? Like, are you setting shit? Because I don't because I know that sometimes the stories will be like, well, I set her up because I wanted to make sure she was gonna be put away. But Sheila was going away with Finn and Steffi's testimony. So I don't understand this storyline, but I'm trying to stay with it because I defend this storyline, but it's hard when y'all don't move it along. Let us understand what Bill is doing. So then we go to Finn and Steffi, and they're saying the same thing, y'all. I can't believe Bill. I can't believe it. Katie has to get through to him. My mom was gonna go to prison, and I can't believe he's blackmailing us. I said, thank God Hope and Liam came to break that up. So Hope and Liam come in and they said, sorry, the door. And they were like, no, 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 come in. And so they said, we heard like Steffi and that Sheila was released, Steffi. What's going on? And so they tell them, they was like, it was your dad, Liam. And they said, what? And Finn is like, your dad is blackmailing us. And I said, now wait a minute, don't have a little bass in your voice when it comes to Finn, because excuse me, Liam, because that's not his fault. yes, his dad is doing this, but it's not his fault. And y'all, technically, y'all could have told the truth. You should have got a little money behind you and bought a judge. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, so they tell them everything that's going on, and Liam doesn't believe it when they tell him he's with Sheila and he's blackmailing them, and about the whole Taylor thing. They said no. He said he would never mention that, and they said, well, baby, he's mentioning it, and he said if Sheila went to prison, Taylor would go to prison. And they said, Steffi just tells him I couldn't send my mom to prison. And they said, well, of course not. Like, of course you couldn't. And she said, so I just didn't know what to do. And they said, no, Steffi, this is not your fault. And we understand why you couldn't send your mother to prison and everything. So then they're like, so what is it? What's the hold on? Like, why is he helping Sheila Carter? Because Liam says he hates her. Like, he's never said a good thing about her. And they said apparently they're a couple. And baby, Liam said, wait, y'all know I love me some Liam. Because he's just so dramatic. He said, whoa, what? Shit, they're what? And they're like, they're a couple apparently. And he said, you got to be kidding me. And they said, Hope trying to, well, Bill has been in a dark place. He said, no, he's crazy if he try to be with Sheila, because that's crazy. But they tell him, he is with Sheila. He says they say they're a couple, they're in love, and he's riding for her, and he bought a judge for her. And so that's why we told my mom, don't even bother turning yourself in, because Bill is just gonna buy another judge. And they were like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And so Liam is like, I gotta get over there and talk to him. And they were like, no, Katie's talking to him right now, and she knows how important this is, and she knows the stakes are high. So Katie has to get through to Bill. I mean, she just has to. And I said, baby, I don't know why y'all didn't send Brooke over there, because Hope says, oh my gosh, when my mom finds out about this. I said, I don't know why y'all think Katie was gonna get through to him when she's always been his second choice. If you wanted to try to get through to him, you needed to send Brooke over there. Y'all say what you want. She might have been the only person that can snap Bill out of this. And even then, I don't know, child. I don't know what Sheila kind of hold Sheila has on him. But y'all, that was it. That was the Bold and the Beautiful today. It wasn't much of an episode, and then this week is really going to be people confronting Bill. So I mean, it just is what it is. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Goodbye.